Hello guys, this is Raptormon 132 here, and welcome to my latest video. I just wanted to give you all the latest info on the certain YouTube user, Keyframe. During the past 2 weeks, the Brony community has been setting up a fundraiser to save Keyframe from her abusive home that she has recently been in. I had just received the good news that she has been saved. With the combined donations that they have received, they had raised over $23,500 for helping her to get out of there. On behalf of everyone else who had donated and helped her, and to anyone who had done videos like me, I wanted to on behalf of everyone, I wanted to thank you. Even though that my video is probably not as popular as some others, I personally want to thank everybody. But the sad reality is that domestic violence is a horrible, truthful, unforgivable crime. It is a crime against the feeling of the child, that of anyone who suffered from domestic violence. It is an awful thing to reality that some people would suffer from such horrendousness and cowardice, but the painful reality is that it's true. And just hearing Keyframe's story, it really disgusted me. Most of the suffering that she had, I was disgusted by what her own mother, her own biological mother, the one who gave birth to her, into the one who was supposed to raise her, love and care for her, was capable of such horrendousness. And I personally hope that she dies from a horrible, painful, tragic death, because jail is too good for her. And I seriously doubt that she will be punished for what she did to Keyframe. And Keyframe, if you're watching this, I want you to know that I feel sorry for you. I may not have met you, I may not know you, and I know I'm new to the Brony community, and I know that I've probably never watched your videos and probably will get to eventually. I want you to know that I really feel for you and wish you the best hope for the future. And I should even say that, like I said before, domestic violence happens to many people. It is a cowardly act. I even have a recorded story of one certain person suffering that she went through with domestic violence. This is her story. And I should warn you that the story may be offensive to some, so viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, it's not easy explaining how you killed your father. When he was sober, he was fine. Quiet, withdrawn sort of bloke. Gave him a few drinks. Us kids used to hide, but Mum wouldn't, so he'd beat her up. It was terrible, but she took it. We all took it. A couple of times he bashed her so badly she had to be taken to hospital. I had taken her, of course. He couldn't. He'd be too far out of it. So I'd call a taxi, and when we got to casualty, she'd say she'd fallen over. It was unbelievable. Her with a busted nose, ribs, bruised kidneys, lying to protect him.
They must have known at the hospital.
Oh, yeah, they knew all right, of course, but what could they do about it? Then, one night, Mum made the mistake of trying to defend herself. She pushed him away. He went berserk. He picked up a bottle and smashed the end off it, and he came at her. My brother and sister were screaming, but he wouldn't stop. He said if they didn't shut up, he'd do it to them too. Someone had to stop him. There was a knife lying on the sink. I picked it up. Next thing I remember, he was lying on the floor and I was screaming. Oh, anything they've ever told you about spending time in jail is twice as bad, believe me.
I don't get it. You were protecting your own mother.
They expected me to be sorry for what I'd done. I wasn't. I was glad I killed him. The judge told them to take that into account when they reached their verdict. So that's it. That's what happened, and that's what I've been running from all these years.
So guys, what you had just heard is a recorded section from an episode of an old episode of the series, soap opera series of Australia known as Home and Away. Elsa Stewart suffered domestic abuse just like Keyframe from her own father, which resulted her to actually killing her own family member that caused such pain. But in Keyframe's position, that is not the case. But it's a good thing that she did not kill her mother, for she would have gone into prison too. But given her circumstance, nobody would really blame her. For domestic violence can cause horrific things for people later in life. Not all victims of domestic violence can do such things like that, but all victims of domestic violence and abuse can suffer a profound hurt and emotional pain for the rest of their lives. The road to recovery is going to be long and hard for Keyframe, as it is for all abused and victims of domestic violence and abuse. There are more than 500,000 brand new cases of domestic violence here in my country, Australia, every year. So, but in Keyframe's case, she was a very lucky one, for domestic violence can also cause deaths as well. That in some cases, domestic violence can turn to fatalities. And it is a very tragic thing that someone who would have so much to live for in life could die in such a horrendous act. But Keyframe, she is one of the lucky ones. But that, like I said before, some are not as lucky. So Keyframe, like I said, if you're watching this, I feel for you, and I wish you all the best of luck. And for your further pain, I would suggest for you to seek help, like probably therapy help, for you to help in the future. Because and I know your boyfriend, Golden Fox, will be there to help you whenever you need it. So I want to say good luck to you for the future. And as a final for my final thing to contribute as a tribute to this situation, I decided to sing a song cover of a certain song, and this one sends a powerful message to anyone to anyone who had suffered from domestic violence and abuse. I am going to sing a song cover, and for this case it is appropriate. So I sing this as a tribute to Keyframe's position, as well as the suffering of all those who had suffered from domestic abuse, to send a message of what domestic violence can do. The song cover I'm going to sing is called How Come, How Long, the song from Babyface and Stevie Wonder. Make this be a message to everyone who watches this, to see the position and to understand the effects of domestic violence and abuse. For this is a reality that This is a reality that is substantially real. So, to everyone who had suffered from domestic abuse, and to you, Keyframe, this is for you. There was a girl I used to know. She was all so beautiful, but she's not here anymore. She had a college degree, smart as anyone could be, had so much to live for. But she fell in love with the wrong kind of man. He abused her love and treated her so bad. There was not enough education in her world that could save the life of this little girl. How come? How long? It's not right, it's so wrong to let it just go on. Turn our backs and carry on. Wake up, it's too late. Right now, we can't wait. She won't have a second try. Open up your hearts as well as your eyes. She tried to give a cry for help. She even blamed things on herself, but no one came to her aid. Nothing was wrong as far as we could tell. What we'd like, we'd tell ourselves, but no, it wasn't that way. So she fell in love with the wrong kind of man, and she paid with her life for loving that man. So we cannot ignore, we must look for all the signs, and maybe next time we might save somebody's life. How long? It's not right, it's so wrong to let it just go on. Turn our backs and carry on. Wake up, it's too late. Right now, we can't wait. She won't have a second try. Open up your hearts as well as your eyes. He's still been feelings deep inside. So the bottom was she could see the light. How can somebody like this call himself a man? 'Cause in reality, he's far than less than that. We could not ignore whatever the science. 'Cause any kind of abuse, God knows, it's a crime. How come? How long? It's not right. It's so wrong to let it just go on. Turn our backs and carry on. Wake up! It's too late! Right now! We can't wait!